Oh, I'm like, hi. Who watches this? Oh, yeah, people watch this. I found out last time, and it was very surprising. Hmm, How am I supposed to talk this in this way? Let's turn this way. Yeah, yeah. So, hi, everyone who is not here. Is Mike Salo? Okay, makes me sit like this. So I haven't done these in a while, and I'm just doing them because I have to maintain the routine so that I start something. Half of the work is just showing up. That's what I'll start with. Half of the work is just showing up. I learned that not the hard way, but the good way. In that I just showed up for some things, and they bred some other things. A lot of things came out of me just showing up. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just showed up every day. And so half of the work is just showing up. What do I want to talk today? I have a list thingy that I wrote on the train here. Most important thing I want to talk about is image is everything, not image. Yes, image. Reputation, okay, whatever. So many people have talked about the same concept over and over again. Warren Buffett says reputation said what? I can afford to lose money, but I can't afford to lose reputation, even a shred of it. For the laws of power, Robert Greene said something in the realms of reputation is everything, guard it with your life, or something like that. So many people have talked about this so many various ways, so many different ways, but the point is all the same. Reputation is everything, your image is everything. How people perceive you, how you treat people, how is everything. We are social beings to begin with. The only number one thing, the first and most important thing we care about is ourselves. This mic should cover my face. The most important thing to us as human beings, as Homo sapiens, is ourselves, first and foremost. That's science. It's not me. It's psychology, it's science, it's anthropology, it's evolution, it's whatever. It's science. The most important thing to you is yourself. The second most important thing is other people because they look like you. Then comes in your other things, money and these earthly things, like the Bible says. So the most important thing is, and that is how we became social beings because we are the most important thing. Then the next most important thing is other people who look like us. So for survival, we became social beings. But most important thing, anyhow. So image is everything. Why am I saying this? When you're in your late 20s, uh, you mid to late 20s, you're building your life, you're building your image, you're trying all these things, you're experimenting a lot. What usually tends to happen is you tend to forget how important people are. You tend to think the money, the cars, the whatever it is you're chasing is what's important. And can't blame you. There's this scary statistic I read that, not statistics, it's a scary fact I found out about this year, basically, that the a 25-year-old's brain is not even fully developed yet. There's a part of the brain that's still missing, that's not yet grown. So before that, we don't know much. So I can't blame us when you're young. You simply don't know. Full stop. Um, but we tend to think all those things are important. So we tend to forget what's really important, which is people, how we treat them, how we relate with them, basically. So we make a lot of mistakes. We treat people like shit. But the sad thing is now when you reach your 30s, your mid 30s, I'm still, I can't claim to know anything. 30s ain't shit. I'm sure I'll look at this when I'm in my 40s. I'm like, ha ha ha. I thought I knew a lot, but turns out I didn't know anything. But when you reach your mid 30s, then to realize, oh yeah, I should have treated people better. I should have done better. I should have. Okay, not should have. You may not reach that point, but you tend to realize that people are what matter. Anything you'll ever get, anything you'll ever do, anything revolves around people. You won't account for, if you're an accountant, you're not accounting for trees or birds. You're accounting books for people. If you're a doctor, you're treating people. If you're whatever profession you go in, if you're a musician, you're singing for people, whatever it is you go in. At the end of the day, there's a person at the other side. Whatever it is you're doing at the end of the day, it's for people, it's for someone, it's for human beings, it's not for trees. Even though you're a vet, you're treating an animal that another person wants. At the end of the day, it's people at the end of the equation. So kind of plains me why they don't teach us psychology as like a best subject, which I feel they should. Like every school should be teaching psychology among the essentials. You have your math, physics, English, psychology. I mean, if people are the most important thing to us, doesn't it make sense that they teach us that? Shouldn't we be taught about people? Or maybe they do. I don't know. That's what social studies, social sciences, or whatever it is they're supposed to. But if I remember, they were just teaching us about flies and the skeleton and those other things. Not, and I think psychology is too complicated for you at that stage. Anywho, so image is everything. Guard it with your life. How people perceive you, how people not perceive, but to put it plainly, don't be a dick. There's this show, I think it's one of those Family Guy skits or whatever, and they boil down the entire all these religious books, the Bible, Bhagavad Gita, that thing that I can't pronounce very well, um, all these spiritual Quran books, all those books. At the end of the day, all those books are telling you simply don't be a dick. That is it. If you're to boil down all those laws, all those books that they're telling you, that is at the basis what they're telling you. Just be a nice guy to people, you know. Don't try to be a crook. And if you do, you can always have time to amend. And I don't know where I was going with this. But something happened on a personal basis, on a personal, not personal basis, but like in my, not my life, but in like my life, like things I know, people I know, and kind of reminded me of that point. Life is long. Life is long, and you need to be not in good graces with everyone, but at least you need to not walk it with, I don't know how to phrase this, but don't walk it with like this pending list of amendments to do with people. Make amendments now, be in someone's good graces now. These are earthly things. No matter how how badly you wronged someone, people forget, people move on. These are earthly things. Just go and make amends. I know that courage is hard for most of us, for all of us actually, but just go make amends. Just go, because you never know. Life is long. You never know when you need that person that you wronged 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You never know when you need them. You never know when they may be the one to, or those people that you wronged 5 years ago. I don't know. Anyhow, put things in perspective. Be nice to people. Life is long. Maintain your image. It's deep. That's why I'm pausing in all this. It's like deep. I really, really put a lot of things in perspective, and I can't reveal much because it's personal people's lives, but it really, really reminds you to always not do what's right because that's hard and who's to define what's right, but at least don't be that guy who everyone is like, ugh. Don't be that guy. Life is too long for you to live almost most of it being that guy. And I know you can be that guy to like one group of people and not that guy to like another group of people. But the world is a small place. If you're that guy to one, two groups of people, that's too many groups of people. Be that guy to like one person, not even a group of people, to like one person only. If you can, if that's your life goal, I think that should be everyone's life goal. Don't be the guy who everyone and whenever I mention your name, it's like, Nah, I won't. That, don't be that guy. If you're that guy, be that guy to like only 2 people or 3 people on this planet. We don't know that many people on this planet, by the way. We think we do, but we don't. All your circles combined, there are not that many people. Because your circles are who? Your high school friends, your primary friends, your university friends, and your family. And that's it. And if you count all those, let's say you went to high school with 1,000 people, you don't know all those 1,000. At most, you're in touch with like 30, 40. And of those 40, you're close to like five. All, you know, do that. University, it gets way smaller. In your university, you're close to like even one or two, you know. Most important is your high school and elementary, primary school. Those are the most important ones because that's when you're forming your identity, and those people are there with you. That's why they stick. That's why high school relationships, you know, and for some, for most, actually, the exceptions are the exception. They're not the norm. So if you're to be that guy, and no, we can't help it. We all can't be in everyone's good graces. Um, just try to minimize those circles because you never know. You never know when you may need people. Or when you may not directly need them, but the people you need also need people. So the people you need might need those people you are a dick to. Anyway, this is getting too out of hand. But anyhow, the huge lesson here is when you're in your 20s, 25 to 30, early 30s, you're making a lot of mistakes, you're fucking up a lot. Try to make amends, try to clean up your mess as fast as possible. I'm not saying you won't make a mess. That's not what I'm saying. You will make a mess. You wrong people, that's what happens. You're young, you're dumb, you're ambitious, you're trying. So in that you just degrade everything. You're taking everything with you. But try to make amends when you're older and wiser and you realize what you did. Try to make amends and try to minimize the number of circles, the cluster of people who see you and they're like, oh, that guy, nah. You know, try to clean up your mess that you made on your way to the top, kind of thing. Anyway, so that was number one. Oh shit, did I record on the memory card? No. Oh, I forgot. Meh. YouTube is recording for me, right? YouTube. Okay, commercial break. I listened to a Trevor Noah podcast. What now? I think I want not to do something like that, but I think I want that's the theme, that's the tone. I want my next podcast to be kind of like, but I'm not a comedian. That's a problem. Back from commercial break. So how many hours do I have on this laptop? 43 minutes. I have been well. Thank you for asking. I should find. Do you clap to that? Maybe not. So, school is going well for now. Why would I say that? School is going great for now and forever. I'm trying to get a podcast up. I want to call it the Shiva Experience. Oh, the Almighty podcast came out. It's lovely. 2 episodes now. 4 more to go. Dropping every 2 weeks. Nice reception. I met the MIT people. They are wonderful people. Of course, what did I expect? They're nice people, jolly, outgoing people. Went out for dinner. It was amazing. I think I talked about this. No, I didn't. It was amazing, And yeah, I'm getting a new phone soon. This week or next week, I don't know. When I just come here, I was so eager to get, oh my God, I need a new phone. Da, 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 da. And now it's like, you know, I'm settling into a routine, which sounds bad. It's funny, we try to work out of routines. And then we are out of a routine, we are trying to get a routine. The human condition, I guess. We are so against what we are in. When you're in a routine, you're like, I want to get out of this routine. Then when you get out of the routine, you're like, shit, I should establish something constant and permanent. I need to settle. It's funny. The human condition. What was I saying? So we should. No, I want to do a podcast for this school. I've mentioned this several times, and we just be in this very studio. Just get like two people, and we just talk. If and I'm gonna do one pilot episode and like try to pitch it to the school. I want them to pay me for this one. If they refuse, then I'll just be doing my own podcast for my own things and try to see if I can monetize that. I can't monetize that. I cannot. Because that would take a long time. But yeah, I'm going to try and I can't produce a podcast. That's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's not a lot, but I don't want to. The editing bits like the Adobe Audition, da 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 da. But I know I'm in New York, it's a city where anything is possible. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of, so might as well give it a go. So yeah, but I must produce something. I would prefer if the school like paid me and produced it and got us a producer and all that stuff. But we'll see. Also, I'm reading this book called How to Get a Guy. Yeah, it's for the girls, but it has taught me more about women than any. I remember when I got that book for asking me, why are you reading a book that's titled How to Get the Guy of Your Dreams? And I remember trying to explain this to her. I don't know if how many understood, but there's me. I know I'm a guy. I know how I am. I know how I think. I know how, you see, someone who has never been a guy, a goat, a woman, a mic, a tree, anything else that's never been a guy cannot understand or get what it's like to be a guy. You need to be that thing to understand a guy. But they have an idea of what it's like to be a guy. Those are two separate things. The guy being a guy and the idea of what it's like being a guy are two separate things. They're not the same. So it's a reverse. I'm not a girl. I don't know what it's like to be a girl, but I have an idea of what it's like. Those are two separate things. But if I read what the women think I think like, those are two. There's how I think, and then there's how they think I think. So I needed to know, how do they think I think? You know, I need to know this. Like, how do you think I think? So that's why I read the book. And it's interesting. It's mainly just telling them, what not to do and what to do around me. It's one of the most interesting reads I've had in a while. I'm also reading a book on how to start an investment club. But then halfway I realized, I don't know why I didn't check the year. It's from like 1996. So most of the information is outdated, but because they're trying to use like tables and graphs to like draw stocks. I'm like, bruh, we have things that can do that for us now. Imagine how hard it was to do things back then. That's why I keep insisting people should, instead of learning things, just learn the thing that can do the thing for you. Instead of learning 200 million BC times 30, just learn how to get a calculator to do that for you. It's called abstraction. Anywho. So that book also, most important thing it has taught me is management. If you're buying stocks, shares, or whatever in a company, who's managing that company? And I kind of had an idea of this um, a while back. People don't buy, I don't know, Tesla stock because Tesla. They buy because Elon Musk, initially anyway. And but even most times, you've seen companies where the CEO changes and it goes to shit, or the CEO changes and it's like back on top, you know. So goes back to my first point. People are what matter. I don't want to spend long on this because I don't have much to say on this when I'm alone. But image is everything added to your life. And I don't mean image like how you dress or how much makeup you put on or whatever. I mean like how do people when they say your name, what's the first feeling people get? Is that someone we can trust? Is that someone, is that a good guy? Is that a, and that doesn't come off based of your mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's what you do after that matters. It's literally that simple. We all mess up. We all make bad decisions. We all hurt people. We all, you know, we are all a villain in someone's story. But, what do you do after when you know that someone sees you as a villain or as a, or that you hurt someone and they expressed it and they said it, and then you just look at that and you're like, I don't give a shit. Or not give a shit, but you don't do anything. That's the problem. There's being a villain and you don't know. I could be a villain in someone's story and I don't know. Someone could be there saying, oh, fuck that guy. And I don't know. He's never told me. I've never known what I did. But if I know, if they came up to me, they're like, on this day, in this time, you did this and this to me, and it caused these consequences in my life, and it led to these disasters, and this happened because of what you did, and I still do nothing, or I don't even say sorry, I don't even acknowledge that, that is different. Don't be that. Don't be that. Don't, because life is long. You never know. Life is really long. I'm in my mid 30s. I still have like 40 more years on this shit. And that's more life than I've lived. So who knows? I mean, 10 years ago, if you told me I'll be in New York somewhere in a university recording this, I'll be like, what the fuck are you smoking? But here I am. And that's just 10 years. Not even 10 years. 10 years is far. This year alone. A year is also long. Funny. Person who told me that. Once told me a lot can happen in a year. Anyway, so a lot can happen in a year too. This year was insane. I started 10 a year, so 10 a day this year. Recorded an MIT podcast this and last year. Went to Canada this year. Moved, sold it. Jesus Christ. Came to New York this year. Like a lot. This was all this year. Sometimes I remember I'm like, wait, that's all still this same year, and we're just in October. We still have 2 more months. September, October, November. Yeah, 2 more months. It has been a long, amazing year. Very, very amazing year. This has been the most monumental year in my life since I think 24. When did I go to South Sudan? 2014. I'm seeing a pattern here. Hold on. Holy shit. I just realized something. So, oh God, every 10 years something happens. What happened in 1994? I don't know. But 2014, I moved to New York. 2014, I moved to, not moved, but I like had graduated from school, went to South Sudan, and a lot happened that year. I learned a lot that year. I like changed, not changed, but it was a significant year. Those things where you remember because a lot was happening, you are changing, you are learning a lot, you are experiencing a lot. 2004, I've just realized just now, 2004 is when I went to high school, like when I joined high school. And we all know what that's like. That's very significant. A lot is changing, a lot is happening. Da, 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 da. So I'm wondering where I was in 1994, 10 years before that. And I was still a baby. So I wouldn't know. Not a baby, but I was still a child. So I wouldn't know. I hope this doesn't continue. And in like 2034, I'm like, my body is like, you should change. You should live where you are. You should do something. I don't know. I'll be what? In my mid 40s? Who knows? But yeah, I've just noticed that now. I only knew it from like 2024 and 2014. I didn't know it goes back to 2004. Who knows? Maybe the next time I realize what I was doing in 1994. Who knows? Other than that, this is Emmanuel Olimi. And this is Boiler Room Talks Tuesdays. I'm only doing this live again because I don't have Windows on this machine and I honestly don't want to, but I need to find um, a video capturing thing for Linux, I guess, or Linux, as they say in this nation. Yeah, I will leave it at that. I want to keep this short because I have nothing to do. I just don't want to be here long enough. Yet I have no structure for my conversations. I'm only coming in this to just get a practice. Like I said, half of the job is always just showing up. People become good by just showing up every day. If I come keep doing this, I'll get used to it. And when I start having people, it will be easier, I guess, or better than if I just go in it first time. So that's what I'm hoping these sessions get me. Um, yeah. I would end this with 10 a day. I think I'll do a season 2 of 10 a day. 10 of what though? I don't know. Maybe push ups again. Maybe something else. Who knows? But I will do another season of 10 a day. Season 2. I want to start it in the same time I start the other one. December. It's been a year. A year is long. A lot can happen in a year. But until next time, be good. Don't be a dick. Guard your image with your life. Your reputation is everything. It's everything. We are social beings. Human beings matter more than anything. Life matters more than anything. These are earthly things, like the Bible says. Boy.